An exciting day laid out for me this morning, July 27th, 2012. Although the Olympics had a certain draw on me this morning, I decided that my goal for today would be to complete the refurbishment of my mom's wheelchair lift so that I could deliver it to Delphine's family this weekend. An ambitious goal, but attainable if I work hard. In case you are a new friend, here's the background. Delphine Guthrie, a neighbor, ran into a moose with her car at the end of May. She sustained severe back and chest injuries and spinal injuries. She was in ICU for quite a while, then transferred to Glenrose for rehab. Originally, her come-home date was August 1st, but she suffered a bad reaction to hospital food and now will not be coming home permanently until the end of August, but may be released for day visits before long. So the wheelchair lift is essential as her front door is just over 4 feet, or 1.2 meters off the ground. Just over a week ago, I stopped in at the family home with a treat for supper, and Dawn asked if I knew anyone who could build a ramp for Mom's wheelchair. I took a quick look and determined that a ramp was not the best option, as they have a driveway on 2 sides of the house, and the ramp would have to be quite long and would interfere with one or both driveways. I asked my Facebook friends for help with building a wheelchair lift and had several offers. Great! I called my sister to ask if she had photos of Mom's wheelchair lift to use as a pattern, and she told me they still had the old lift out back of the barn buildings. So a road trip to Ardmore last weekend, 450 kilometers each way, to bring the lift home. Started working on it Monday evening. Sliding mechanism is rusted solid. One support arm is badly bent from a tree falling on the lift. Wooden platform is rotten. Had to get the sliding mechanism moving, otherwise it was just a piece of junk. Spent 3 evenings working with penetrating oil, a hammer, tapping the outside pipe to break it loose from the inside pipe. That didn't work, so I used an air chisel up and down the seized pipe and finally broke it loose. Spent the rest of the 3rd evening sanding all the rust off the inside slider pipe. This morning I spent another couple hours sanding the rest of the rust off both inside sliders. I spent another couple of hours cutting the bent support arm off and straightened it using the skidder blade as my stabilizer, and leaned on the arm as I kept turning it to make it almost perfectly straight. Welded the support arm back on with a wire feed welder. Good and solid. I'm very satisfied. Next were a couple of hours remounting the winch and cable to raise and lower the platform. Tried a brand new winch, but not satisfied with the performance, so I put the old winch back on. Control was lost, so I had to improvise a control switch for Delphine to operate the up-down winch. Lift rises just over 5 feet, and we're good to go. A couple more hours gone. Next, cut and replace the plywood platform and mount sides so the wheel can't slip off the side of the lift. Complete with painting, a couple more hours. Finally, all finished at 7:30 p.m. Quick bite, then load the lift on my pickup and head to Delphine's house. Kids were quite excited when I arrived with the lift. Delphine's son, Don, moves his 2 vehicles out of the way, and I back toward the front door. As I'm ready to turn toward the front door, Don motions for me to keep backing up toward the back of the house. Okay, no problem. I get out of the truck to unload the lift with the boys, look around at the back door, and my heart drops. The door is almost 8 feet off the ground. Shit. There are more stairs inside the house at the front door, going up the main floor. So we look at several alternatives. Don may weld extensions onto the lift, or build a small ramp at the point where Delphine will get out of the car, or build a landing and short ramp from the lift to the doorway. Here, I thought we were going to pull the lift into place and Delphine would be able to come home as early as tomorrow for a quick visit. No such luck. While the kids were quite excited about fixing the wheelchair lift ramp combo so that Mum could come home, I have to admit that I was somewhat deflated as I was leaving their yard. Such is life. Doesn't always work as planned.